Yeah, Coach, Khalil Ware, in terms of his on the offensive end, did you like seeing that confidence, kind of that spark, and how have you worked with him to kind of develop that? Did you see confidence lacking when he came in at all? I'm curious.
Well, I mean, it's been a lot of really going at him, in practice to get him to be aggressive and do the things that we want him to do on the offensive end, and he's starting to show some signs that he can do that. I mean, he's a skilled guy, but we got to get him now because it's getting ready to start for real now, and he's going to be playing much bigger guys, more talented bigs, and I'm just curious to see where he's going to be once we start that journey.
Zion and then Mason in front.
Mike, you guys shot 25 free throws tonight. Just what does it do for your offense where you could get to the line that often?
Well, it takes a lot of pressure off having to play in the half court. We also had 27 points, fast break points, and that's going to be huge, moving forward. So we don't have to rely on playing so much in the half court. We can generate points with our defense. That's a bonus, when you're playing offense, when you can get up in passing lanes and disrupt opponents with your defense and get steals and then get out and run. That's how the game should be played.
Mason in front and Daniel.
Coach, specifically with your backcourt, you guys got, I think it was close to 20 assists and no turnovers from them, and they also played a big factor on the defensive side as well. What did you see from them tonight that kind of led to their success?
Well, again, I mean, we've been stressing, we watch so much from a film standpoint where, we're just not making the extra pass. A guy draws two people and somebody's sitting there wide open, and we'll try to drive through the guy, through the two people, or around them instead of just making the extra pass. And that's going to be critical, man. I mean, the only way you beat defenses is you got to make the extra pass. If it calls for you to set a screen, you have to set screens. And I thought tonight we really sacrificed the ball and made assists. X and Gallo both, I think, had 6 assists tonight.
Daniel front and Trepp.
Mac had 15. I believe you had 14 last time out. I'm just wondering how you'd kind of evaluate his start so far.
Who, McKenzie?
Yeah, Mac and Baco.
Yeah, I mean, he's been solid. I mean, and he's been solid ever since he came here. From a defensive standpoint, we have to speed the process up with him because, the way we scramble and do things, you got to communicate it, and then you got to give energy to get where we need to go from a defensive standpoint. And he's still in the learning stages right now, as well as a lot of the newcomers.
Trevor on your right and Todd.
Anthony Walker's been really good in the 2 exhibition games. What has he been like in practice, and what do you think he'll do for the team this season?
Well, he's been solid. I mean, he's given me enough confidence. That whole second unit has given me enough confidence since we've been together that, I can play him. I mean, I feel good. Somebody's not playing well in the first unit, I feel really good about playing guys in the second unit because they compete. They like to compete, and that's how it's got to be the rest of this season.
Todd on your right and Seth.
Khalil has done a lot of his damage in the second half. I think he's had 27 points over the 2 exhibitions in the second half. Once he seems to get going, he gets going. What do you think gets him going?
Well, I called a couple of plays for him, in the second half, but it's not about play calling. I mean, he's big enough, when we run our pick and roll offense, he's big enough to roll and demand the ball as a big target. He can run the floor and get buckets that way. He can get offensive rebounds. So, I mean, I've never bought into guys saying, well, hell, coach, you don't run plays for me. There's all kind of ways of scoring the basketball. And he's capable of doing that, and sometimes you have to pick on other, guys that are guarding him. I ran a back screen where he got a bullet pass down the middle and ended up laying it in. I mean, plays like that, you got to take advantage of it, but I thought he was solid tonight. He did a lot of good things on the floor while he was out there, and we're going to need him to continue to grow.
All right, set, throw two on the right, and right with Monty.
Coach, obviously this was the first time you and your team have taken the court since Coach Knight passed. Just, how much was he on your mind at all tonight? Did anything about game prep or game day feel a little different for you?
No, I mean, it's been tough, man. I mean, I prep every game the same way, man, but knowing that he's not around anymore, it means more now to me. I wish I could do all the things he's done as a coach. I mean, which is impossible to do, for me. And my thoughts will always be with him. I mean, they'll never go anywhere. I mean, as long as I come into this building knowing that this is Bob Knight's building, I'm going to always think about him, and just hopefully I can make him proud. That's all I think about every day that I come here and work and coach.
All right, Monty, last one.
Woody, with the season 3 or 4 days away, what's your biggest concern going in?
Well, I mean, again, these are 2 practice games. When it's for real, I mean, I don't have a concern. I just want to make sure that our guys are prepared and ready to play at a high level, and just keep doing the things that we've been doing. I mean, we've done some pretty good things from an offensive standpoint and a defensive standpoint, and we got to build on those things. And don't forget how we've done them. I mean, that's what's important moving forward. And everybody's got to push each other to get better. I mean, we still got a long way to go, man, and it starts on Tuesday.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, guys.